Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome along to the Progress with Unity Stadium, where Manchester United are looking to end what has been a disappointing week on a high note. New ground was broken last weekend as United reached the final of the League Cup, but Chelsea were too strong on the day and ran out 2-0 winners before a goalless draw at West Ham during the week saw them drop to third. It's still shaping up to be an incredible season for Mark Skinner's side, with the Champions League quarter-final to look forward to. And today's test could be the ideal warm-up. United have never lost a WSL game against Everton in 13 meetings. And although new boss Scott Phelan has quickly found a winning formula, United will expect to see this one through and keep up to speed with Chelsea and face London City Lionesses this lunchtime also. My name's Dan McCarthy and I'm joined today by former United striker Jess Sixworth. Jess, it's not been a great week for United, but get a win here and the positivity will be there once again ahead of the derby next week.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not been a great week in terms of results, but today is the day to put it right and, you know, get a little bit of momentum for a big game next week also. And I have no doubt in my mind this Manchester United team can beat Everton today.
Well, United have made two changes from the goalless draw with West Ham. Melvin Mallard is back in the starting 11, along with Simia Wujo, who impressed off the bench. Just her second league start of the season. Dominique Janssen is out with a hamstring injury, so Fridolina Rolfo moves back to left back and Leah Schuler drops to the bench. There's no Ellen Vangerheim either, while Ella Toon and Leah Galton are working their way back to fitness. The United team is as follows. Fallon Tullis-Joyce is in goal. The back four of Lundqvist, Letitia, Turner and Rolfo. Nelson, Zigiotti and Awujo are in midfield, with Park and Mallard supporting Turland up top. It's good to see Mallard and Awujo in the side, and even though there are injury problems to contend with, it's still a strong lineup that Mark Skinner's gone with.
Yeah, absolutely, and Mallard come on last week, in midweek, against West Ham, and she had a good impact, and I think today is a day that she's going to get a goal.
As for Everton, they make just the one alteration. It means that there's no reunion for Hannah Blundell, who's ineligible to face United as she's on loan at Everton right now. Izzy Hobson comes in for her. Yuka Momiki is preferred to Kelly Gargo up front, while Martina Fernandez and Ornella Vignola keep up their 100% record of starting WSL games this season. Where do you see the threat coming from here, Jess?
I think the threat is going to come from the forwards. Forwards are good, Mamiki's good, she's a technical player, she can score goals, and I think the Everton side, we know they're coming off the back of a four wins, and you know they're picking up momentum and picking up confidence, and I think this is going to be a hard Everton team to break down, but I think Manchester United definitely have the edge and the quality to beat this Everton side today, Dan.
Yep, they'll need to be a siege mentality for United to obviously get over some of the disappointment this week and the fact that it is a very close-knit group, closer knit than usual. Only 6 substitutes could be named by Mark Skinner because of the plethora of injury problems. Jade Riviere, another absentee today as well. So there are some short-term absences and some longer-term ones as well. Both sides are adorned in their traditional home colours. United wearing the red shirts and black shorts. Everton all in blue as the Toffees team goes through their pre-match preparations. They do arrive here in very good form. 4 wins in a row. Scott Phelan took over from Brian Sorensen, who was sacked earlier this year, and they have leapt into the top half of the table, but United are a much stronger side and they will expect to get 3 points here today. Mark Skinner has called for extra ruthlessness in both boxes. And with that in mind, Jess, I think it's imperative that United make a strong start and make Everton work hard in the early stages.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen at West Ham in midweek, they weren't ruthless enough in the boxes, didn't score the goals that they needed, and I think we all know that was 2 important drop points, and they'll definitely want to be ruthless, score them goals and get the 3 points today.
Yeah, there are 4 WSL games taking place this lunchtime as United look to keep up the pace with Chelsea. They're at London City Lionesses, and with the greatest respect to them, you would expect Chelsea to win that game comfortably. So it's a big game for United. They usually do respond to pressure though. And a touch here for Mallard. Coming inside, she's invited to shoot. And the first save made by Courtney Brosnan, but that's intent from United early on.
That's it, and that's exactly what we'd expect to see, Dan. A fast start, get your shots away, and that's what Mark Skinner will have drilled into this side today. I want a fast start, I want to see you in the faces, I want to see you taking shots where you can take shots in and around the box, in the box, and I think that is exactly what we will see today.
Here's Mallard once again. He's had a fine season at United, and she's spun away from Hobson expertly. Cross straight into the palms of Courtney Brosnan, but already United seem to have identified that side as a potential strong point for them and a potential weak point for Everton.
Yeah, absolutely, and even though Mallard didn't start in midweek against West Ham, when she did come on, I was impressed with her, and I think the way she started today looks like she's very much up for it. You know, spanner player, getting early crosses in, and I think they would have identified that as maybe the weak side in this Everton team, and I think we might see a lot of joy coming down that side today, Dan.
And Mallard will be backed up by Fridolina Rolfo, who played in a more advanced position against West Ham in midweek, but she's back in the familiar territory of left back today. Referee has just spotted an issue. I think Rolfo was maybe trying to gain a few extra yards down the touchline. United get a free kick. Awujo brought down. Big opportunity for Simi Awujo today. Only her second league start of the season. There's Lundqvist. And Park, who formerly represented Everton.
I think today Park, at the age of, is it 24, is making her 100th WSL appearance, so I'm sure she'll be desperate for a win to mark this special occasion.
Yeah, 24 years old, making 100 appearances. It's no mean feat, given that there are only 22 games a season in the WSL, so Jess Park continues to heighten her reputation. Been a great arrival at United this season.
Yeah, she's been amazing, hasn't she? She's assisted, scored goals and played brilliantly for United since she's come, so she's been an absolute great signing and a great addition to this squad.
United seeking to put Everton under further pressure. Another cross from Mallard, and well, there's been nothing wrong with Courtney Brosnan's handling so far. It's another catch for her. I do wonder if the sunlight may play a part in this game.
Do you know, I was just thinking that as she went up to catch the ball then, it looks like Brosnan does have the sun in her eyes, and I don't know whether these crosses up in the air in the box, you know, trying to catch the keeper out, so maybe we'll see a bit more of that.
Well, it could be a deliberate ploy to throw crosses into the area as Turner strides forward. Also just dispossessed there by Zara Kramshar. United have bossed the ball in the early stages. There's touch for Tullis Joyce.
Yeah, they've settled into the game nicely. They've kept the ball, they've moved the ball. And just as I say that, a bit of a loose pass from Letitia there.
There's a curse of the commentator if I've ever seen one. Back to Izzy Hobson. This rolls it back to Brosnan. Put under pressure, but manages to play the ball forward, albeit straight to a red shirt. Here's Letitia now. And crossfield ball to Park. Instant control. Has support from Lundqvist, but she's just been held up. Turner. And Zigiotti. In a super goal-scoring form of late. She's given the ball away there. United hunting in packs, but it's now with Payne. Vignola. Back to Maz Pacheco. There's a chance here, and United could be in. It's Turland. She's just presented too much of it to Brosnan, who was well out of the box, had to time that one well, but the pressing from United is already causing Everton big problems, Jess.
Yeah, throughout this season, when I've done commentating, watched United, I've always been impressed by the high, aggressive press, especially by Turland. And you see there, she aggressively presses and just comes up short there, but that could have been a goal, and so impressive, the pressing there. That is what we see a lot of, don't we, with Turland? She can run for days, and she loves pressing high. She's got that physique that bear downs on people. She's physical, she's strong, and if I was a defender, that's definitely not what I would want to see running towards me. I think she's brilliant, and she's such an attribute to have.
Well, it's interesting, she has been a real focus of attention this week in Mark Skinner's pre-match press conference, saying that she's got the ability to play as a number 10. It looks like she's playing as a functional number 9 today, but do you see her slotting into that role, or do you think we'd lose too much if she played in the number 10 role?
I think she could be very effective and very good in the number 10 role, but for me, she's an out-and-out number 9. She's clinical, she gets that press right, she bears down on defenders, on keepers, and I think she would be better as an out-and-out 9 personally.
Great work from Rolfo, dispossessing Payne. And now the chance is there for United to launch a counter. It's with Mallard. Nalson's to her left. Turland lays it off to Nalson. And Mallard swing one across. She does to Park. Lundqvist. Tackle that needed to be made by Pacheco.
Yeah, it's a good interception by Pacheco there. That could have been dangerous. Pass to Park down the wing. She could have been off.
Lundqvist is being asked to play at right back today to accommodate the absent Jade Riviere, but she can play on both sides equally as well. Everton with the chance to get a foothold of the ball. Rujo with the challenge. Galley. Everton are struggling. Park wins it back. There are options in the box. Nalsson and Turland. The cross floats straight over Brosnan's head onto the roof of the net. More good pressing though from United, and I get the sense, Jess, that this is going to be a recurring theme of this afternoon.
Absolutely, it's great pressing to win the ball back high. See there, Jess Park had the idea of putting it into, crossing it into the box, and I think the execution of the cross just wasn't quite right, but we had enough United players in there to cause a problem, and I think once we get these crosses right, we'll be a bigger threat.
Already Everton might have reason to be fearful. They've got an absolutely dreadful record against United. Never beaten them in the WSL. We're leading until the 62nd minute in the reverse fixture this season before United scored 4 in the last half an hour. Ran out comfortable winners. Chance for the visitors. Here's Vignola. Has Pacheco on the overlap. Park's chasing back, and Park does wonderfully well. That's so good from Jess Park. She saw that Lundqvist wasn't there and got back and defended herself. Chance still alive here for Everton, but
yeah, that's great tracking back by Jess Park there. You know, she gives so much going forward, but she also gives so much going back as well, and you can rely on her to always run and get back for a team and win the ball back, and that's exactly what we've just seen there from her. I think today especially is the day you want to demand the ball and keep control of the ball and keep hold of it. It's a hot day and you don't want to be chasing the ball all game. You want to wear the other team out, keep them moving, keep passing it round, and just keep the ball in your hands and in your control.
Absolutely. Summer's on its way. The yellow balls can be put back in the stock room until November or so. Sun beaming down, and As you mentioned, Jess, it could be difficult conditions to play in if you don't have the ball, so imperative that United do get as much of it as possible, which is what they are doing right now, even though Everton are on it with Ruby Mace or Martina Fernandez. Here is Pacheco. And that was a thunderous challenge. Sigiotti didn't get the ball though.
I think Ruby Mace has been good for Everton this season. She's picked up over the last few games, and I think they'll want to apply a bit of pressure onto her early.
Awujo wins it back. She was being pulled. She's rendered it forward to Turland. Brosnan lost grip of it, so it will be a corner.
Yeah, it's great by Awujo there. Fed it through to Turland. We know how dangerous Turland can be from there. I think it's great that she got the strike up, and I think that Everton play just in front blocked the view of Bronson there that caused it to go out for a corner, but it's a set piece. It's an opportunity for United to try and get the first goal now.
Cheap corner for Brosnan to give away, but United will take it. Rolfo takes it short. Rolled now to Park. Better angle for the cross. It's a poor effort from Jess Park. Uncharacteristic, and Everton were able to make an easy clearance. United have been able to make this place a fortress as well. Lost only 2 of their last 19 WSL games at home.
Brilliant statistic, isn't it? Want to keep that form going.
Nalsund, Awujo. It will be a different home next week. The Manchester derby at Old Trafford, which will be an occasion to savour.
And I think that's why it's vitally important we get a good performance today, which we're seeing now. 3 points and go and take that momentum, confidence, playing top of the league next week.
And this is a free kick. Pacheco a little bit too robust on Lundqvist. So a very good opportunity for United to swing a teasing ball in. Marks left it for Laetitia. You don't get too many centre halves who are entrusted with set piece duty, but Laetitia is such a classy operator.
She is. She's immense, isn't she? There's nothing she can't do. She's had a great season again this season, and she just keeps ticking off these appearances and great performances.
Well, it's 35 in all competitions now. That's every game United have played this season. Swung in by Laetitia. It's headed on and headed over. Good chance. Sigiotti got there.
It's a wonderful ball by Laetitia there, isn't it? Great opportunity. I think she might have just got a little bit under the ball, didn't she? But again, a great effort, a great ball, and ever so close for United there.
She just peeled away from her marker. Sana Kramzar lost sight of Sigiotti, who's scored 5 goals in 2026 already.
I think going back to Laetitia's statistic there, 35 and all, I'm sure for like 4 seasons now she hasn't missed a game, and she's played like 90 minutes. She's just, that is unbelievable.
Yeah, there are so many good aspects to that you want to praise. Not only the fitness to be able to play 90 minutes, intensity for so long, but the great form as well, because Mark Skinner's not had any reason to drop her.
None at all. I always say she's such a great leader and a captain, and such an amazing role model.
Here's Awujo for Park. Lundqvist wanted it laid off to her. That goes backwards instead. And Lundqvist made the run. Ziggiotti's ball couldn't find it. Advantage played. Vignola challenged by Awujo, who's getting around the pitch very smartly indeed.
Yeah, I've been impressed this first 15 minutes by Awujo. She's been involved and she's played the ball forward nicely and got back and helped the team, and yeah, I'm impressed.
Well, as mentioned, it's a rare start for her. She's found minutes hard to come by. The odd sub-appearance here and there has made up the majority of her minutes this season, and it's understandable. There's a lot of quality in this United squad, but it's always very helpful to have those squad players to call upon who you know you can rely upon.
Absolutely, it's always important you have strength in depth, and Awujo's coming today and she looks like she's settled in absolutely fine, and it's her opportunity today with all these injuries to show what she can do and try and cement maybe a starting place in this lineup, which is very competitive, and there's a lot of brilliance in this team, and I think she's doing a great job today. It's her time to shine and show Mark what she's got.
Oh, wonderful skill from Melvin Mallard. Takes it forward, takes it inside. But in fairness, that's a great challenge, just as Melvin Mallard was about to pull the trigger. Vignola's back heel only found Lundqvist.
It was a great time tackle there by Ruby Mace, but I think maybe just a landing might have hurt Mallard a little bit there.
Well, this is the last thing that Mark Skinner wants. I think it was a scare and that's about it. Mallard's up and she's just flexing her arm a little bit. Injury and selection problems are currently a headache for Mark Skinner. There isn't a full complement of substitutes today. Only 6 on the bench, 2 goalkeepers and 2 teenagers. Mallard uses Rolfo on the overlap. It's cleared away only as far as Awujo. It drops to Mallard. Mallard's still going, she goes down. Some United fans want a penalty. There weren't too many appeals from players.
No, there wasn't too many, but I'd like to see that back. Great from Mallard though, wasn't it there?
He is a very silky footballer. He maybe took a time to settle into English football, but I think Melvin Mallard now is one of the most important players in this United squad.
Yeah, absolutely. She's done great things in this United squad. She's scored goals, she's been heavily involved, and just you see that little flick there through the middle of Mace, and I think there was a little touch there. It might have been a little bit too easy, but I'm biased and I'm saying that's a penalty, Dan.
I think there was a tiny bit of contact, but it's one of those you can understand the referee's decision not to point to the spot there. Scott Phelan is the man in charge of Everton these days.
He's done a great job since he's come in and took over. Everton was struggling a little bit before, and they're on the run of four wins in a row, and that's why I think this Everton side will be quite hard to break down today. But again, with what I've seen, I don't think United are going to struggle to score today.
Certainly getting their chance to play with the ball at feet. Taylor's brought down. As Everton look to regroup. Well, the free kick is taken quickly. It's over the top to Mallard. Good awareness. But Mallard and Rolfo could not link up on that occasion. Payne gets it. There's Aurora Galley. Shamsar. Back to Payne. Checo goes long. And That was a free kick. Report as well. The two number 21s, Millie Turner and Zara Kramshaw. It was a shirt pull was the verdict. Maybe that's the first warning sign for United that Everton have got some attacking instinct of their own. Sigiotti rolls it to a midfield partner, Nelson today. Rolfo. Sigiotti. Been invited to shoot. She does shoot. Wasn't far off the target either.
Yeah, that's a great effort by Sigiotti there. See, she's running into a bit of space, finds the opportunity to shoot, and it's a good strike. It just goes over the bar there.
Well, the fact Brosnan barely moved suggested she knew it was going wide of the target, but one of those that on first glance it looked maybe a bit closer than it was.
A bit wide as well, wasn't it? But
still a decent hit though.
Yeah, and I think that's been maybe a key message of today. When you do get the time and space, get your shots off, you know, try and trouble Brosnan.
The yellow card is coming out and the cheers go up.
Definitely a yellow card that was. Very deliberate shoulder pull there on Letitia. She's not too impressed with that either. And now she's put herself on a yellow card with 23 minutes played, which is quite silly really. She's got quite a chunk of this game left to behave herself now.
Here come United with Nelson, who squared it, and it's sent just wide by Turland.
It's great play there, and it's squared back to Turland, and we've seen her score plenty of them, and it's just gone wide.
Lovely pass through. See what she was trying to do, she's trying to open her body out and just guide it into that far corner, but
and it's the right thing to do, she just doesn't quite execute it there.
top looking for Turland once again, playing on the shoulder, multifaceted centre forward. On the shoulder, she can hold it up, she can thread passes in that number 10 role. A real asset for United, and she's on the ball again. Laid off to Awujo, who's left it for Sigiotti. Maybe didn't get the shout quite in time, but it drops for Mallard. Everton persistently giving the ball away. They do emerge with it.
And again, you see on the right hand side now, they put high press and trap Everton in there and win it back really high. That press is so effective and so impressive. They all go together, you know, hunt them down in packs and force Everton into mistakes, and they're winning it back high up the pitch.
United the better side at the moment, but I'm looking to make Courtney Brosnan do some serious work. Of early teasing crosses, shots from range, and that side footer from Elizabeth Turland as Mark Skinner watches on. Very measured as always in his pre-match interview. said that he was pleased with the performance at West Ham, barring the goal scoring. Now, obviously that's the most important part of football, but United are doing a lot of things right. It's just making sure they get the results to back that up.
Yeah, that's it. You can keep the ball and play well and do all the right things, but if you don't score, you effectively don't win the game. And I think that's a major part of today that they would have focused on in the few days leading up to this game, is scoring goals. And we've seen already, haven't we, getting shots away and trying to do the right things, and I'm sure they'll reap the rewards.
Nola with an excellent turn, gets away from Lundqvist. Kramzar looking for Momiki, who's been a passenger so far. Turner made a good challenge. Nola. Hobson's got space. It's a bad touch though, and Mallard, as soon as Hobson touched that ball in front of her, Mallard knew she was going to get it.
Yeah, it's great positioning by Mallard there to intercept and win that ball back.
Nelson with good skill, and that's surely a yellow card. That is blatant from Martina Fernandez. She's been waved back, and that's as clear a yellow card as you're likely to see.
Absolutely, she nearly pulls the shirt off of her, and again got another on a yellow card with quite a chunk of the game left to play. And I'd play on these players now, force them to make another mistake and try and get them sent off. Then I would do that as a player.
United will be looking to run at her as often as possible. I always think the full-backs are the ones that you target with those yellow cards, get them booked early on, and then just get your wingers running at them.
Yeah, it only takes one clip of the heels or a little tug and they're off and they're down to 10. When I played down, if any of the full-backs or centre-halves were on a yellow, Casey would be screaming at me, get at him, get at him, get at him.
Here's Mallard. He's doing her level best to get at Everton. Nola, it's an excellent touch, and away from Lundqvist. United just need to be careful. Kramzar. Lundqvist gets the interception, and that is a no-nonsense clearance from Zigiotti. Kramzar looked to be moving gingerly there. They are playing with fire at Everton, inviting the press, and they're consistently playing out from the back. Miki's back heel doesn't find its intended target.
Yeah, I think, like you said before, they're playing with fire, but I think it might be a little game plan of theirs to draw as many of the United players in and then maybe play through them, try and miss them out. And we've seen them get caught out by a few times doing that down, where United have won the ball back up high and caused them a little bit of a problem, but they do keep playing out from the back.
Letitia. Turner making a 5th start in United's last 6 games after an injury-hit season. It's given away by Letitia. Kramzar has some work to do. She's still going. Excellent stop from Fallon Tullis-Joyce. And that is the sign of a good goalkeeper, making a save like that when you've had nothing to do all game. Absolutely,
it's a sign of a great goalkeeper. She's not had much to do, and some goalkeepers would switch off a little bit just watching the game, but you know with Tullis-Joyce she ain't going to switch off for a moment, and she'll always be there in them big moments to make them saves.
Turland through now to Melvin Mallard. Parks there in support. Mallard pirouettes. Still she goes, lifts it to Turland, and now comes to Jess Park. The angle was made acute by Courtney Brosnan. United coming so close to getting the lead. That's the best chance so far after 31 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely the best chance, and Jess Park there just lingering at the back post, gets a shot away, but Brosnan just puts it around the post, but great work from Mallard there. Turlin gets a shot off which is blocked, and it lands at Park's feet, and you expect that to ripple the back of the net, but Brosnan makes herself big and it goes out for a corner.
And that's the danger for Everton. They might get forward on occasion, but then they leave themselves exposed. Fridolina Rolfo takes the corner. It's a floating delivery towards the back post. And behind for another. And this one will be taken on the opposite side as Letitia scampers across to collect the ball. There's that save from Tullis Joyce. And it was a save made even better because there were a couple of bodies in her eye line.
Absolutely, but it's not usually what we see from Letitia. A bit of a loose pass to the Everton player there, but they recovered it well and then went straight down the other end and got some shots away themselves.
Letitia swings one. It's a dangerous delivery.
The bar?
Well, that would have left Courtney Brosnan red-faced had that gone in. Lyle Letitia doing what I think many players should do from corners, is swing it towards the goalkeeper and make it as awkward as possible.
Absolutely, and Katie Zellen was a prime example of doing that. She scored plenty of goals from the corner kick. It does cause the keepers a lot of problems when it is put just on them, because it's either going to go in the back of the net or maybe be followed up by a United player.
Well, Everton reverting to an ultra-defensive game plan now. They took their time with that goal kick.
They did, and they're still playing it out from the back, aren't they? And I think they are trying to run the clock down a little bit. Maybe they would be happy going in at 0-0. As I think United are pushing for that first goal.
Brosnan out a long way to get a meaty clearance. Cramshaw for Payne. To Cramshaw. Good football from Everton. Payne with a low delivery in. It was towards Momiki. And she got the slightest of touches, but it wasn't powerful enough to divert it towards goal. Towards Nelson.
You can see what she was trying to do there, but she just hits the ball, doesn't she? It runs out of play, but a good idea.
Well, 10 minutes to go until half-time. That's going to combing through the details with the rest of the United coaching staff. I think he'll be relatively pleased with what he's seen so far from his side in terms of United having more of the possession, creating more chances. Still need to find that all-important goal as Lundqvist picks up United's first yellow card.
Yeah, I think that was quite a deliberate drag back, wasn't it? And I do think Mark Skinner will be relatively happy down there. We've had plenty of the ball, we've seen plenty of the ball, we've played some good football, we've got our shots away and caused Everton a little bit of a problem, but I think now he'll be just desperate to get them goals in the back of the net. The ball, sorry, not the goals. The ball in the back of the net, which would be a goal, Dan.
Turner away, Pacheco ball in hand for the throw. Awujo, Mallard. Terrific turn again, real agility from Melvin Mallard. Had to work hard to keep it in. Goes inside and there are options, and it's swung by Mallard. May have taken a slight nick, which removed all the pace from the ball, made it easy for Brosnan.
Yeah, it's a nice little player from Park there to Mallard, and the right idea to hit it straight away through the body of players. Brosnan didn't have the clearest of views, but I think just a little nick took a little bit of pace off the ball there.
Payne. Galley. And Rosa Van Holt. Ramsar's layoff wasn't read by anyone in blue. Really wasn't by anyone in red. So United forced into the long clearance. Reaches Mallard though. Tissier to Lundqvist. In early, it's cleared, and maybe Lundqvist should have ran further forward with the ball.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there was enough United bodies there to swing that across in there.
Zigiotti. Awujo. Now Park. 4 red shirts in the box. Park lifts one. Is it going to drop for Turland? It does. And United have the breakthrough. It's been coming. United have been building pressure. And it is the main woman up front, Elizabeth Turland, who gets the opening goal.
Yeah, that's a great ball by Jess Park, isn't it? Lands at the feet of Turland, and what a strike to finish that ball. And this is exactly what United would have wanted, to go into the break ahead. And I think Everton were maybe playing to get into a break at a draw, and United have just scored the goal, which sends them into the half-time break, hopefully up.
Opportunism from Turland. She reacted to the loose ball. And it was emphatic from close range.
Yeah, no keeper saving that, are they? She put her laces through it and make sure that ball does land in the back of the net there. And that's what we didn't see in midweek against West Ham, and it's been coming all game down. They've got the shots away, they've played well, and it's a very deserved goal there.
It is goal number 15 in all competitions this season. But curiously, only 6 of them have come in the WSL. Done a lot of damage in the Champions League this season, Elizabeth Turland, but that was back to basics domestically. And Everton might be fearing the worst.
Hopefully she can add a few more to that tally today.
Well, it would be a massive confidence boost. Bayern Munich away in the Champions League on Wednesday. United have already reached territory they've not reached before in European football by reaching the knockout stages. Such an impressive 5-0 aggregate win over Atletico Madrid to get to the last 8 stage.
Yeah, it's brilliant. They've got quite a lot of games coming back to back, haven't they? It's a business end of the season, Dan. Knockout stages in the Champions League. They're sitting 3rd in the WSL.
It's easy to forget as well that this week has been a period of readjustment in some ways, because United had to play for 3 weeks because of the international break. Since that Chelsea FA Cup match, they then had to get back last week, played Chelsea in the League Cup final, which didn't go to plan. Lauren James and Aggie Beaver-Jones with the goals for the Blues there, and then the 0-0 draw with West Ham. So it's a real frenzied part of the season where everything's on the line. Pressure ratchets up.
Sometimes it is hard to come straight off quite a big break into a game. Sometimes it takes a little bit of, you know, time to get back going in that form, get the momentum going, but I think as of from today that will be no problem for United, and hopefully we can see them have another good week of football. Or should I say rest of the season.
Ramsar was sent sprawling just in front of her manager Scott Phelan, the former Everton Academy graduate, although never made it at Goodison Park as it was back then. He's doing a good job in the dugout with Everton. Mark Skinner very effusive in his praise of his counterpart today. Here's Momiki. Through now to Payne. Arms went up, calling for an offside. Payne gets to the ball ahead of Rolfo. Then she goes down, and that appeared at first glance like it was a bit soft.
Yeah, I did think that was a little bit soft as well, Dan. I think United will be delighted, won't they, going in at the break ahead if it stays like this at the moment.
Well, Payne by name, Payne by nature. There was a grimace on her face, even though they appeared to be very little in the way of contact. So Everton have a free kick, even though they are, for the second at least, down to 10. Important for United to keep switched on. With the ultimate frustration to concede just before half-time. Miki curls one in. Tullis-Joyce gathers.
No problem for Tullis-Joyce at all there, was it? Straight into the hands.
It's what you want from your goalkeeper. A dependable force in between the sticks.
She breeds confidence through this team, doesn't she? You'd love Tullis-Joyce to be your last player in defence. You can always rely on her to make them big stops when it's needed.
Now he looks for Payne, he's back on and back fit and firing. Antoinette Payne needs some support. One-on-one with Rolfo. Rolfo standing tall. Payne gets the cross in, but it's hacked clear. Park. It's come across to the left side now. There's the beating of Vignola for pace and for skill. Lovely slalom from Jess Park. Still she goes. Nalsand. Wujo. And here's Mallard. Letitia for Lundqvist. Floats the delivery in, Brosnan catches it, goes down quite heavily.
That's a little bit of a heavy pass between Brosnan and Ruby Mace there. I think she landed quite heavily. But again, from Jess Park, that's what we've seen ever so often. She gets the ball, she skips and slides past people, and the ball just sticks to her feet. She's been so effective at doing that this season.
I think Brosnan's going to be okay. It was a heavy landing. I don't envy players who go down like that. Nearly half of the 3 additional minutes have elapsed. But there probably will be another minute or so after that stoppage. Well, it's flicked on now towards Mallard. It was a telling touch. Mallard goes with her left. Well, she had options either side, but Mallard is full of confidence right now. She went alone.
Yeah, it was just parked to the right over there, wasn't it? Maybe that would have been a little bit of a better option, but there's no harm in getting a shot off and keep piling the pressure on Brosnan on this Everton side.
Turland was behind her and parked to the side. You can just see from the replay, as soon as she unleashed the strike, she held her arm up to apologise to Turland. Been a good centre-forward display from her so far, not just the goal, but the link-up play, the hold-up play, and everything that goes with it.
Yeah, she's done everything brilliantly, hasn't she? She holds the ball up well, she starts that press off immensely, she's clinical, she's worked hard for a team, and that's exactly what we would have expected from Turling today.
Turner. United coasting towards the half-time whistle. Goal to the good. Letitia. Do this all day. Session of keep ball. And there goes the half-time whistle. And what has been a disappointing week for United looks like it's going to end on a high. Elizabeth Turland, the difference maker so far, pouncing on a loose ball inside the penalty area and smashing home left-footed. It is United who have been doing all the pressing. Courtney Brosnan, the Everton keeper, has been heavily involved so far. The only disappointment for United is they haven't got more than 1 goal, but they will accept a 1-goal lead at half-time. It is at the Progress with Unity Stadium, Manchester United 1, Everton 0.
Head into the concourse chaos. Don't forget you can bring your drinks back into the stadium floor for the second half. Now, in just a few moments, we're delighted to tell you that we've got a very, very special penalty shootout taking place against Fred the Red. They're happening very shortly.
West Ham United looking to end their run of 11 games without a win against Manchester United. The Red Devils hoping to put Sunday's cup heartbreak behind them. Asai taking responsibility, driving right at the United defence and unable to keep her effort down.
She's done so well to get into the position that she's got in. She's done so well up against my Letitia then. Takes it one way, takes it the other, and just leans back when she takes the shot with her left foot, doesn't she? But absolutely brilliant run.
Still very disciplined. Defensive structure, the Hammers. Back is open here on this near side. So ball back for Zigiotti. Really good save to her right-hand side. Kinga Shemek.
Giotti does exactly what I think she should be doing in that situation, going for that far post, and maybe not got enough power to make it past Shimmick, but really good chance for Zigiotti then.
Zigiotti. Come here for Norsund. There's the ball in, there's the header. What a save again. Inga Shemmick denying Elizabeth Turland. Down to her left-hand side, a really strong hand to deny the Norwegian.
Fair play to Shimmick, you know, she's got down and she's been able to tip that round the post to save her team.
Balumu. Lovely touch that by Schuler to release Park. Options in the middle, Turland's waiting for the ball back. There is Turland. Oh, couldn't keep her shot out.
That is a massive chance missed there. Jess Park picks the right pass and Turland just leans back as she strikes it with the right foot. It's bouncing. Could maybe blame the pitch, but Turland's got to do better there and put that in the back of the net for a team.
It's worth pointing out that West Ham United are one of just 2 WSL sides yet to keep a clean sheet this season. Rolfe's ball was a brilliantly weighted cross. And Schuler denied by Shemmick.
Well, what a great ball from Rolfe down this left-hand side and a good header from Schuler. She's running onto it, she tries to direct it into that corner, doesn't she? But again, Shimmick saving the team, gets 2 good hands on it and gets it away.
Nice touch and turn. And in Teneba. Space for Morgan to maraud on this right-hand side. 2 to aim for. In it goes towards Vivian Asseyi, who should have done better.
Asseyi's wide open, she's unmarked in the box. Fionn Morgan's picked out a perfect ball into her and she's just not got the power behind the header. That's such a good opportunity for West Ham.
Do have plenty of firepower still on the pitch. Manchester United, one of them trying to get in behind here. Shemmick had to be brave, it's Mallard! And Schuler couldn't get in. Brilliant defending on the goal line, even Nyström, the childhood Manchester United fan, denying the Red Devils.
Yeah, Nyström, what a block off basically the line there to keep a team in it. The keeper does well to get out to the ball, but Mallard's able to get a shot off, but great defending from Nyström there.
West Ham have shut out Manchester United to secure a massive point in the Barclays Women's Super League relegation fight.
belated happy birthday to Ruby Perry, who's a massive United fan and his favourite players, Lisa Olsen and Ricolina Walford. Belated birthday wishes to Veronique.
We didn't actually think he was going to be as big as he was.
7 Ralphs would make 1 Pongo.
He's a bit crazy. Here he comes.
How is his agility? We'll soon find out.
Let's get started.
Hello everybody and welcome to Manchester United's first ever Golden Paw. I have got a well-versed judge to join us today. Please give a warm welcome and a round of applause to our judge, Ashley Butler. Woo!
I'm probably most known for winning Britain's Got Talent back in 2012. And now I am a dog trainer and presenter and work for Crufts.
Let's get started then. So, I need to introduce our first contestant. Give a round of applause for Millie Turner and Pongo.
Today we're doing a bit of a Crufts style course, and yeah, we're just going to see whose dog is the most talented.
Go on, Pongo.
And they are off.
Yeah. Over. Yeah, go over. This way. We started well so far. He's got over the first few hurdles, and he had a little stop to eat his carrot halfway through. We're doing all right through the agility. He's taking a bit long, but I think he's a big boy, so that's allowed.
Okay, now it's the tunnel. This could be the toughest piece of obstacle for him.
And he's fit through the tunnel.
Well, I am very proud of you guys. I mean, Pongo smashed it.
Let's give a warm welcome to our second contestant. Gabby George is joined by her dog. He may be small, but he has a huge personality. Let's give up for Ralph, everyone.
Ralph is energetic, feisty and crazy. A bit like me. Let's go, Ralph. Come on.
Okay, Ralph is off. Gabby following behind. Woo!
Ralph's doing really well on the jumps, the little jumps.
Now, is Gabby going to do this tunnel with Ralph? That's the question.
Ralph says no.
Oh my goodness. Gabby says yes.
Gabby says yes.
Gabby is going for it. Gabby, you've got this.
Just go, keep going to the end, to the end, to the end.
We'll pretend it happened.
Woo! Do you know what I loved about that? Okay, we'll forget about the weaves, we'll forget about the tunnel, but you worked as a team.
Yeah,
you did every obstacle with him, or attempted it.
We could have the best to last. Let's introduce our captain, Maya Letitia, and the gorgeous Mocha, everyone.
Marks. Marks, come here. Treat. Sit. Sit. Marks, can you be a good boy? Hi, I'm Naya, and this is my dog, Mocha.
Come in, this way. They are off.
1.
Taking their time, I like it, not rushing.
I thought, oh, maybe I might need a treat for this one, but I think I just had my fingers. I don't even know if I had a treat in my hand. And he went round, and then we had a little stop.
Can you do it?
Hesitation. Yes, well done.
Good boy.
Yes, and they are through.
This way.
Yay! Over our finish line. Well done. Those weaves are not easy. And
You
you guys
smashed it.
smashed it. It was a very tough decision, and you should all be proud of yourselves, honestly. The winner is Maya and Mocha. Yay! Pongo is not happy. Pongo's like, what? There you go.
Congratulations.
There is your trophy. Well done. Honestly, you should all be proud.
I was very proud of how he did. He did a great job. Yeah, I think he even exceeded expectations, to be fair. I know he's a clever dog, but I didn't know he was that clever. So, yeah, no, very happy that we did a good job.
Welcome back to the progress with Unity Stadium, where Manchester United lead Everton by a goal to nil. And the goal came from Elizabeth Turland on 37 minutes. An opportunistic striker's goal, you could say. The ball broke loose and she reacted quicker than anyone else, slotting home left-footed. No chance for Courtney Brosnan in goal. The Everton goalkeeper was heavily involved throughout the course of that game, catching a number of crosses in the early stages, making a couple of good saves as well from Jess Park at a narrow angle. As for Everton, they've not really provided too much in terms of an attacking threat. It's been a good 45 minutes so far for Mark Skinner's side, who are looking to end the week with a victory and keep in touch with Chelsea in the race for second place in the WSL. Chelsea lead London City Lionesses at half-time by a goal to nil. United leading Everton by the same scoreline. Arsenal lead West Ham 2-0. And then perhaps worryingly for United, their opponents for next week, Manchester City, are 5-1 up against Tottenham Hotspur at the break. A Bunny Shaw hat-trick among the goals in that one. So it will be United to get the second half underway. It doesn't look as though any changes have been made by either manager, Mark Skinner, or Scott Phelan, going into the second 45 minutes. I'm Dan McCarthy, joined by former United striker Jess Sigsworth for the second half. And Jess, I think overall it was a good first half performance, a deserved lead for Manchester United, but they do need another goal just to give them a little bit more comfort, because even though United dominated the first half, a 1-0 lead is still quite precarious.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they'll be happy with the lead and the performance coming into half-time and to be 1-0 up, but like you said, 1-0 can be a dangerous scoreline. They need to, you know, keep going, keep the momentum going, get another goal, then just keep going, get that third goal and just kill the game off, because we know how risky this 1-0 scoreline can be.
Could be a good day for United all round. Success for the under-18s against Blackburn. Certain young Rooney on the score sheet for United in that one. If you are just joining, it is 1-0 thanks to Elizabeth Turland's 15th goal of the season towards the back end of that first half. Tullis Joyce as well, United goalkeeper, did make a couple of important interventions in the rare moments that Everton forayed forward.
Yeah, I was going to say, in glimpses, we've seen Everton were a little bit of a threat, but very rarely, and Tullis Joyce stepped up in those moments and made them saves.
Malson receives the ball on the turn and runs into space. Mallard's tucked inside. Here's Sigiotti. Now Lundqvist, the only United player to pick up a yellow card in that first half. Awujo now to Park, who scored twice against Everton in the reverse fixture, so doesn't deal in sentiment despite formerly representing Everton. Letitia. Too much pace on it for Lundqvist.
I think the key message at half-time from Mark Skinner would have been just try and be a little bit more ruthless in them moments. Let us have a few more goals. I think he will be slightly unsettled at a 1-0 scoreline, even though United are playing well, as we said before, but a few more goals will just put this game to bed, and I think with what we've seen, that's what United deserve.
If United can start this second half quickly, you could see the very best of them. Everton could start to panic. They'll chase the game and leave gaps. As it stands, United would increase their unbeaten run in the WSL to 9 matches. Coming really hard to beat, and you can you can sense the progress with United year on year, Jess, can't you? Not that they're becoming more competitive in the WSL, broken new ground in the Champions League with a quarter-final tie still to be played against Bayern Munich. It's step by step and brick by brick.
It is, absolutely. I think every season we see him do so well, and
Ujo just was able to get into space. Cross was intercepted, but United with an early corner kick in the second half.
yeah, you just see him progressing year on year, season on season. The players that they bring in are absolutely quality, and that's all credit to this team that attract these amazing players, that give strength and depth, that enables them to achieve things in the Champions League, the FA Cup, to Super League, and it's just great to see.
Wolfer with a short corner to Park. Wolfer with the cross. It wasn't a bad effort considering it was on a weaker foot. Wolfer made the run, but Park swings the other way instead. Well, you need to look at the quality of players that were brought in January. There was a proper spending spree for United. The likes of Van Geheim and Schuler, Lundqvist as well.
Yeah, it was unbelievable recruitment, wasn't it? Such quality players coming into the squad, and it just raises a game of everyone. Everyone's competing for places. It's healthy competition, but especially when I was playing, I loved these players coming in. You could learn from them, you also train better. You wanted to play that little bit better to try and keep your spot, but you also knew that there was so much quality in and around you as well. It was just great to play with and play around.
Here's Millie Turner. Well, she's going alone. Plays it to Nalsund. Snatched the shots. Some were begging for Millie Turner to have a strike herself, but she perhaps thought better of it. Tried to tee up Nalsund instead. Nola to Van Holt. United interception. Wujo gets on a bike. He's been good today running through midfield. Pass had too much pace on it, and it was a very good chance. As Elizabeth Turland, I think, timed a run to perfection.
Yeah, it was good play by Wujo there. Striding through the middle with the ball, and I think it was the right pass there. She sees Turland make that good run, and she just, her pass is a little bit overweighted, and it runs straight through to the keeper.
Everton's turn to press this time. Lundqvist did very well to soak up the pressure. Mignola had her hands all over it. Turland being asked to chase. Brosnan came a long way, and Turland was flagged offside.
Turland looks a little bit confused by that one. Maybe it was a little bit tighter.
Fairly low-key start to the second half, which I don't think will perturb Manchester United too much. Turner sticking tight. It's an excellent challenge. Mallard Her and Park appear to be swapping flanks. Looking for a Wujo, who was caught on her heels. It is something that Park and Mallard can do interchangeably. They can play on either wing, and it must be a nightmare for opposing fullbacks when you're coming up against different player, different profile, and you've got to think about what they're going to do.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it'd be so frustrating for a fullback. You know, you think...
Ramjar's running forward. Tissier stopped her. Here's Payne. Everton held off for now. Galley. It's good football. And a brave block as well from Maya Le Tissier. Holds her arm up. It was her who gave the ball away initially.
It's just in these moments United have got to stay switched on now and make sure they defend this corner properly. It's a great block. I mean, you can count on someone to put the body in front of the ball at any moment, and that's Le Tissier. She would put her life on the line for this team, Dan.
Put her head where most other players wouldn't put their feet. Mignola to take the corner. Flicked away. And then Nelson will do the rest. Plays it to Mallard. Nelson's for Turner. Punts it across to Le Tissier. Lundqvist. Now Park. Oh, lovely little drag back from Lundqvist. Turner. Excellent ball. Park, can she get to a touch?
It's a great ball by Millie Turner, that isn't it? And it's on a weak foot as well. A left foot straight out into the path of Jess Park. I think Jess Park just took a little bit of a heavy touch there.
Heavy touch did allow Pacheco to get back and shepherd the ball out. Great touch from Mamiki. Mignola. There's Hobson. In the first 2 or 3 minutes of the game was put under persistent pressure by Mallard. She's stood more firm to it since. Everton continue this risky brand of football, playing out from the back. United pressing, hoping to cause a mistake. Payne. Hobson. Sigiotti. And Le Tissier for United. Park with the skill, but offered too much of it. The covering challenge of Fernandez.
I think definitely in the second half it's so important for United to keep this ball and control this ball. Like I said in the first half, the heat could start to be a little bit of a problem, tire the players out a little bit more, and it's important that we do look after the ball and make Everton do the running.
Awujo. Through now to Turland. Back to Park. Park with a cross. Mallard was looking to get across, but Izzy Hobson with the crucial header. Park can have another go, but she's run into traffic. Rosa Van Holt to Momiki. Behind Payne. Dalsand. United seeking to pick the pace up. Mallard lost her footing. Tigiotti has Mallard for space, but Mace got across. Great challenge as well. Ruby Mace got caught late there. United just searching for that clear-cut opening to try and make it 2-0. Well, this is a worry for United. Now Letitia is hobbling.
I didn't see what actually happened there, Dan. Not usually a sight we're used to seeing, is it? Letitia with a little bit of a knock or whatever she's picked up there. She has got some incredible stats to her name.
I think just for the sake of completion, you'd hate to see Letitia come off. You want to will her on to play the full complement of games and minutes this season.
Absolutely, and I'm sure it'd take something quite bad to get Letitia off the pitch.
Substitutions for Everton, replacing number 9.
Everton are going to make a change. Yuka Mamiki's being kept quiet. Antoinette Payne is going off as well. Melissa Lawley's coming on, as is Inma Caparo. So it's Scott Phelan who rolls the dice first. And you picked out Bamiki as a potential player to watch for Everton, and the fact that we've barely mentioned her speaks volumes to how well United have controlled this game.
Absolutely, she's been kept so quiet. She hasn't caused any disruption to this Manchester United team, and it's been great defending from the girls today to keep her at bay.
Tissier did just enough there to stop Cabarro. It's quite interesting how the fresh leg substitute came on and straight away ran at Letitia. I think he's moving okay.
Yeah, I think she's just managed to run off that little niggle she picked up previously.
Hobson. Mace. Fernandez. And Pacheco. Ziliotti tried to make the challenge, was unsuccessful. Here's Hobson. That's way too much there.
I think during the second half, Everton haven't really been any threat to United yet, have they? And I think the United team, Mark Skinner, will be happy with the way this half's going. They're controlling it again. Everton don't look to be any threat. They're keeping them at bay. I think all it needs is that one more goal to hopefully put it to bed.
Nelson's. Turland warned her off playing it. She was in an offside position. Mallard trying their best to win it back in midfield. At the feet of Galley. Lawley. Shamsar through to Lawley. Cross is blocked by Rolfo. Now United need to switch on. Checo aiming for the back post. Tullis Joyce is so strong in the air.
You just know Tullis Joyce, anything in and around her, she's going to command that box and she's going to make sure she gets up and catches that ball. We've seen it so many times this season.
You've got to really praise Fallon Tullis Joyce, because when she joined United, she joined as an understudy to Mary Earps, spent virtually the full season on the bench, but she's come in after Earps' departure and made herself first choice.
Made herself first choice, and I'd say easily the best keeper in the WSL. I'm going that far, 100%.
USA international as well.
She's been unbelievable and she's added so much quality to this United team. I think if I was playing in this team, I'd feel with so much confidence with her in the net.
Hobson. Mace. Hernandez to Pacheco. Everton back four linking up. Shamshar gets the reverse ball back. Taken off by Lundqvist.
It's a good play by Lundqvist there. She gets her body in between a player and the ball and wins that free kick and just regains possession for United here.
United are not creating a huge amount right now, but there's no imminent danger down the other end. Well, they've got Everton where they want them as Park now moves through the gears. Jess Park still going, and it nearly dropped for Elizabeth Turland. She would have been in a prime position to have a go to make it 2 and get her second.
I was going to say it was quite a hard clash there between Jess Park, and I didn't see the Everton player, but he put Jess Park a little bit up in the air, and I thought for a second that could have been a free kick or a penalty, but I'll have to watch that one back. It might have knocked the wind out of her.
Well, it gives both players both sets of players, I should say, a chance to move over to the sidelines and have a quick tactical briefing as well as a drink. Well, Letitia, as United skipper, will take on the bulk of that information. Kelly Gargo, a potential option for Everton off the bench. Well, the applause is rippling around the ground. This part should be fine. It's Hobson that came across, and
Do you think that's maybe a foul there?
there is definite contact.
I'm being biased. I'm saying foul.
Hobson didn't get too much of the ball. I think the problem is she actually lost control of the ball.
No, Jess Park wouldn't do that.
No bias, of course. Turland. So the ball was there to be won. Here's Awujo. Has filled in admirably in midfield today.
Yeah, she's done a good job. She's done everything that would have been asked of her. I think she stepped up and stepped in, and she's done a great job today.
Well, she's filled in for Hinata Miyazawa, who has won the Asian Cup with Japan. That confirmed earlier today, so well done to Hinata and the Japanese team in Australia. Now for the flight home and to get back into action for United. There's Rolfo. Hammers it across, but Rosman gathers.
Yeah, Miyazawa's been, again, brilliant for United this season. And I'm sure United can't wait for her to get back now and get back into action with them.
Well, that cup final against Chelsea last weekend was the first game she'd missed all season. Hinata Miyazawa obviously missing the West Ham game as well. It'd be neat to see if she can make the turnaround for City next week as United make their first change. Nia Schuler is about to come on, and it is the goal scorer Elizabeth Turland who she'll replace. That's a warm and richly deserved round of applause from those that have attended as she trots off to make way for one of those January arrivals, Leah Schuler. Hasn't quite yet hit the ground running, just the one goal so far since joining from Bayern Munich. That was against Burnley in the FA Cup. But it is difficult when you arrive in January, and Schuler's got the pedigree to make a huge impact at United next season.
Yeah, absolutely, and sometimes it takes players a little bit longer than others.
Nelson's back to Schuler, straight off the bench, straight in the action.
I mean, that would have been perfect, wouldn't it?
Well, she was looking to guide that ball into the far corner, just didn't get enough purchase on the strike. That would have been some way to mark your first goal in the WSL.
Absolutely, and as I was saying before, it takes some players a little bit longer to build into a league, you know, to get used to the players they're playing with, and I think, again, she's a brilliant signing. I think she'll add so much quality to this side. Yeah, it was the right execution, the right thing to do. She just didn't seem to get as much power as she probably would have liked to there.
Free kick to defend against. It's a very lofty one. And one that carried no threat. Goal kick United. Thomas Joyce will take her time. Still just the one goal in it. The now departed Elizabeth Turland getting the strike off for United in the latter stages of the first half.
I think even if it finishes just 1-0, I think United will be happy with that. It's 3 points, 3 important points, and hopefully the start of a big, successful week for them.
Yep, lots to look forward to. Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and then Manchester City in the WSL at Old Trafford next Saturday. Lundqvist. Base got in the way. To Schuller. There's Galley for Everton. Vignola almost lost her foot in, ran into trouble. Chance now for Everton. Kramshaw. She lays the ball off. Maybe she should have gone alone. That's a big missed chance. And Cabarro knows it. Here she is again. Up towards Kramshaw, who got in front of her marker.
And that's another quite big opportunity for Everton there. Pacheco plays a great ball in and she just gets under that cross, but she's free. Free there.
Well, Turner and Rolfo turned round and looked at each other, wondering how on earth she managed to get to that header without being picked up. I think United will still go for a second goal, or will the focus now shift more towards holding on?
I think if the opportunity's there 100%, I think this Manchester United team's always looking for more goals, and it would just put the game to bed, relieve a little bit more of that pressure, because as I say, it's 1-0, United are dominating the game, have more of the ball, have had more shots, but it only takes one mistake or one moment of brilliance from Everton and it's 1-1, and we really can't afford to just take the 1 point from this game. We need all 3 points, so I think we'll look for the second goal if it's right, but if not, I think they would be happy just controlling the game and keeping Everton out.
Well, the fans are doing their best to gee up the 11 players on the pitch right now. Free kick here, which could pose Everton a threat. I think Turner's just briefing Laetitia of what she wants. Change coming for Everton, which you don't often see from teams that are about to defend a set piece, but Scott Phelan deciding now is the right time. Zara Kramshaw off, Kelly Gargo on in her place. She scored at Tottenham for Everton last week. So centre forward on, but being asked to defend first and foremost. clip delivery from Letitia. Header away in front of Checo. Nelson. Here's Rulfo. Fist from Nelson towards Mallard. It's a shame. Should have controlled that. She'd have had lots of grass to run into.
She would. Great idea. She just couldn't keep that pass under control, but what would you do in this moment, Dan? If you was a manager, if you was a player, are you going for another goal, or you're holding it out now for the 10 plus extra time?
I think at this stage, I'd be going for another goal. 10 minutes is too long to be sat back and inviting the pressure on. Especially considering that United are a stronger side than Everton. The league table suggests that, everyone knows it. It's a feather in United's cap to stop this excellent run that Everton have been on, 4 wins in a row, which you don't often see from teams in the lower echelons of the WSL, and they've now got no fears about finishing bottom.
Yeah, them 4 wins have really catapulted them up the table, hasn't it? They was near the bottom, probably worried about the relegation zone, but now they're sitting mid-table and we'll be much happier with that. But all credit to Manchester United here today. Hopefully we can stop that run of form for Everton and get on a bit of a run again ourselves.
And a card coming out for Zighiotti. Acknowledged the referee as she trotted back to get into position. Another one of those that's very blatant. It was a shirt pull. Gargo. Still she goes. I thought Letitia had done enough to take the ball off her toes then, but play to Gargo, she still went. Corner is away by Turner. Cabarro. Floats one, and Tullis Joyce, I think, got the shout out in the nick of time.
Yeah, again, commanding a box, flying out. She doesn't mind if she's getting that ball and taking out her own play. She's just making sure she's collecting that ball.
United should get real encouragement, because listen to this for a scoreline. London City Lionesses won, Chelsea won.
Oh, brilliant.
So potential drop points for Chelsea. And as it stands right now, United would go back into second place. Would be 8 points behind Manchester City.
Hopefully that Chelsea scoreline stays how it does, and that'll be another confidence booster for United going into the big game next week against Man City. Big derby day, get Man City beat, start piling the pressure on the points.
Cabarro Still manages to get to her feet. She tried the spectacular overhead kick. Ballard away from Hobson. She's too strong and pacey for her. Ballard still going, and it couldn't find Neil Shutter. The game's woken up. Lawley on the outside of Rolfo.
I think this is where Everton start throwing everything they can, don't they, at this Manchester United team. Try get that point, and I think this is where United have really got to stay switched on and just make sure they defend properly, work for each other, and hopefully with Everton trying to go for that point, go for that goal, it'll open up room in behind for this Manchester United team to try to get that second goal.
Well, you could see from where Cabarro swung a leg, got the left foot strike away, it did cannon off her arm, and that's why Letizier's arms were up, trying to appeal. Pacheco. Reaches Cabarro. Pacheco. Cabarro with the cross. Well over hit. Thomas Joyce knew to leave it. United have got 5 more minutes plus added time to navigate.
I don't think Tullis Joyce will be in any rush here to get this ball and get it back in play.
Still Manchester City 5, Tottenham 1, so no change from the scoreline in the first half. Arsenal 5-0 up against West Ham. It's that London derby between the City Lionesses and Chelsea that will pique everyone's interest. United look to seal the contest here, but Schuller's offside. Awujo, she's been good today. Has options. Simi Awujo goes alone, wins the corner kick. That'll do at this stage.
Absolutely, it's another good opportunity for United to get this ball in the box.
Tantalising the prospects. Another goal that would, to all intents and purposes, secure the 3 points. United look for it here. Rolfo takes the corner. It's a good delivery. It's punched by Brosnan. She could have caught that. To Rolfo. Options on the edge of the area. Rolfo pokes one with the left foot. And wins a corner, and Mas Pacheco very politely runs over, picks the ball up off the cone and puts it on the quadrant. Not sure that's going to hurry Rolfo up.
I don't think that's going to make Rolfo run and take this corner quickly, but it's nice from Checo there. Let's take the ball out to the corner for her.
Short corner this time. Park. Rolfo might be tempted to shoot. She did. I don't think the short corners have worked out for United today. Well, back to Rolfo. Awujo flicks the header on, straight into Brosnan's path. Awujo. She's collected there. Ruby Mason uncompromisingly sliding in.
Yeah, it's definitely a free kick there. She landed a little bit awkwardly on Awuju's leg there. That could have really caused a little bit of harm there.
Shirt pulling gives Everton the free kick. Seem to discover how much additional time there'll be. Lawley. Turner staying tight. And Lawley gets a decent looking cross in and it's headed home. And United have conceded late on. Jabaro the substitutes. And that is such a disappointing moment for United, who have been the better side in this game. But that's the punishment for not killing it off, Jess.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were saying the danger at 1-0 is always, you know, something like that can happen, and it's happened at such an awful time. The 90th minute with 4 minutes to go, and this is a game that Manchester United really needed to take all 3 points from, but there is still 4 minutes left for Manchester United to try and go out and get in the faces and get that second goal. But it was always the threat, wasn't it, at 1-0, that any kind of slip up or a little bit of quality from this Everton side could lead to a goal.
Well, it's two of Everton's substitutes combining. It's a really good goal from the Toffees. Cross from Lawley, and the header was pinpoints from Jabaro. So United have got to throw everything at Everton now.
And Everton haven't really troubled United too much today, but a moment of quality in the 90th minute is unfortunately put this game to a tie at the minute.
Long diagonal towards Mallard. Mallard was convinced that should have been a United ball.
That was a United ball, that clearly come off the Everton player.
Tissier forced into some chasing. Lundqvist. Through now towards Schuler.
I thought she was through there, I didn't see Brosnan that far off the line.
Zighiotti. Good footwork. Got to be full throttle from here. Zighiotti's cross, headed downwards by Schuller, and it doesn't reach Nalsund.
Substitution for United, replacing number 18, Julia Zighiotti.
Zighiotti's coming off.
Number 57, Layla Drury.
And young Layla Drury will come on. This could be some way for her to make a name for herself. Has made a few substitute appearances in her debut season for United.
She came on last week, in midweek, sorry, against West Ham, and again today.
Well, she scored on her very first appearance against Burnley in the FA Cup. She's on the ball now. She's a rangy presence. Drury's cross is blocked.
This would be a perfect time to get that goal down.
Well, Drury could be one that Rolfo aims for because she is very tall. Rolfo takes and it's headed in by Melvin Mallard. What spirit and what drama. Don't discount this Manchester United side. That could be the most important goal that United score all season.
That is absolutely brilliant, and we've seen Everton get the goal on the 90th minute, and then the 94th minute, the 4 minutes is extra time, United have scored to put them ahead, and brilliant corner there, and a great header from Mallard, and what great work by Jory to get that corner. Excellent impact straight into the game.
Well, it's times like that where big players have got to step up, and Melvin Mallard has been a big player for Manchester United this season. She's clearly got a thing for Everton. The last WSL goal she scored was against the Toffees in the reverse fixture back in October.
Brilliant.
Well, what a victory for Manchester United. Or is it? Was that the referee's whistle?
I thought it was.
Mark Skinner's not sat down.
I don't really know what's going on here, Dan.
Well, Everton tried to kick the game back off very quickly following the goal, and they've been stopped from doing that. This is going to be more akin to a rugby kick-off. They're all going to charge towards the goal. Elizabeth Turland got the goal scoring underway. It feels like a lifetime ago. So we are still going. It is still 2-1. That is it. Well, it's not the ideal way to win a match. It was full of tension and drama. But a 94th minute winner will do for Mark Skinner's side to give a positive ending to what's been a fairly tricky week for United. Elizabeth Turland with the close range goal 7 minutes before half time. Everton thought they'd snatched an equaliser thanks to Cabarro's header. But it was a United header that saw them grab all 3 points. Fridolino Rolfo's cross was headed home at close range by Melvin Mallard. A hugely important victory for United going into next weekend's derby clash at Old Trafford against Manchester City. The two goal scorers embrace. Ziggiotti joining in as well. Great scenes for United. Despondency for Everton. Their 4-game winning run has come to an end. But it is Manchester United back to winning ways, extending their unbeaten run in the WSL to 9 games. It has finished at the Progress with Unity Stadium. Manchester United 2, Everton 1.